Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, Northernlion's Den. We're gonna just start playing here. We're 3-0 on this mage deck, which is pretty surprising. If I remember correctly, focuses a lot on early game, like Sorcerer's Apprentice and Mirror Entity can be awesome. In fact, we only won the last game, if I remember correctly. Well, more or less only, because we got some really good cards in our hand, followed by a Mirror Entity that turned into a Summoning Portal by way of the Warlock that we were playing. So hopefully we have kind of a similar chain of events here. This is a tough one. Ice Lance is okay, but it's not like a very good early card. Chillwind Yeti, on the other hand, is a great 4-mana card. I think I'll keep Chillwind Yeti and hope that we get something to give us like a turn 2 use. Like, if I don't use Ice Lance, it's probably not the end of the world. This is not great, especially going first. Maybe we'll top deck something of value. Hey, well, greetings, my friend. River Crocolisk is not necessarily what we need, but at least that does give us a turn 2 play. That's reasonably good. It's got 3 health, so it's harder to kill, especially when you're playing a class that doesn't have a hero power that can actually do any damage to it. So ideally, he chooses to do nothing on this turn, and that means we can get some early board control with River Crocolisk, and he's going to have a hard time dealing with it. Instead, though, he is going to coin into Youthful Brewmaster, which is pretty good. 2 mana for a 3/2 is fine. River Crocolisk trades evenly with it, so I'll put that out there. And he'll have a little bit of initiative, but he did have to use his coin, so that advantage is neutralized a little bit. And we'll see if he chooses to trade. Yeah, he might be saying, you know, Youthful Brewmaster, it's not really a great play because you're not getting any effect out of the Battle Cry when you just... Yeah, we're going to trade. You're not getting any effect out of the Battle Cry when you play it like that. That is true, but at the same time, I think we're going to play a secret here. At the same time, Youthful Brewmaster, it's 2 mana for a 3/2, even if you get no value out of the Battle Cry. You know, it's the same as a Bloodfen Raptor, basically. More or less on par with River Crocolisk, as you can see. So we're going to get a Razorfen Hunter of our own. That's not necessarily worth the 3 mana that we paid for it, especially since we won't get the effect of the Battle Cry. But we also, it's totally worth noting, didn't have anything else to do, so... On this turn, you know, there's some funky stuff that we could maybe do. Hero Power, attack... Razorfen Hunter, and then we could, like, neutralize this. But then we don't have anything else to do with our remaining 2 mana, so I think it's best to just use Chillwind Yeti. And then it's like, you know, you want to kill the boar, so he's forced to do something. If he attacks you, then I can Hero Power him on the next turn and play another Chillwind Yeti. Yeah, I mean... It's a tough one, right? If I trade for the boar, then he can trade for me without dying, and I have to spend 2 mana to get him next turn. Whereas otherwise, he'd have to invest everything to kill me, but it would make it much harder for him to kill Chillwind Yeti if I take the boar off the field. So that's what we're gonna do. And now he's got 2 minions on the field to deal with. I apologize, I keep turning away from my microphone. My cat's getting funky with this banana, like, toy that we got it on the ground. Yeah, okay, just you play over there, that's fine. So we knew that was what was gonna happen here, and that's fine, honestly, because now we can 2 mana for that. And, oh, I kind of fucked it up. I thought I would have more mana than I actually do. So, I'm going to attack him like that. Both of us will live. And this is why Chillwind Yeti is so good, because you can do that, and you can trade, you know, 1 for 1 with the Sen'jin Shieldmaster. They're the same mana. Most of the time, Chillwind Yeti will be better. Oh, in fact, you know, probably would have been in my best interest. Actually, it wouldn't have changed anything if I had killed Sen'jin Shieldmaster, probably. Now we'll make him choose. He can kill Fairy Dragon, or he can kill Chillwind Yeti. There might have been a misplay in there. So we're at 6 mana next, which in all likelihood is going to be Chillwind Yeti Hero Power. It depends on what he chooses to do, though. He should trade Sen'jin Shieldmaster. Oh, he might just wipe out the board now. He's going to trade Sen'jin Shieldmaster, presumably for Chillwind Yeti, which is a smart trade. Now, I have Venture Company Mercenary, which is a good card to send out, no question about it. But is it a good card to send out right now, or is it better to perhaps... throw out a Chillwind Yeti with a Hero Power? I kind of like Chillwind Yeti Hero Power here. And the Hero Power we're probably just going to use to do 1 damage to him, just so that I can kill him on the next turn if he chooses not to kill himself. Venture Company Mercenary might have been a better play. I feel like I've been making a lot of misplays here. And, you know, you'll hear me admit to that on occasion. There are times when I lose in Hearthstone when I'm like, I don't understand why I lost. Like, maybe there was some, like, weird top-decking bullshit going on there. This is not one of those situations. I feel like I'm presumably making some mistakes here, and that's fine. This is a weird one, because I'm thinking, like... Well, whenever we play a cast a spell, draw a card. Obviously, the more cards we put down, the better Frostwolf Warlord is. obviously, we also want to knock out the Sunwalker here. So I want to freeze it. The freezing will not get the Divine Shield out, but we might be able to get some card draw out of it anyway. Okay, Gadget's an Auctioneer. Hero Power does not count as a spell, but we'll freeze it. That'll at least fuck it up this turn. Next turn we can use Hero Power to, like, on-proc it, basically. And we'll end our turn. Like, is there any point to taking... there's better things to cause the Divine Shield to get lost than sacrificing our Chillwind Yeti. If we're going to sacrifice Chillwind Yeti, I at least want to do 4 damage to it. So, of course, I'm hoping that maybe we draw, like, a... I don't know, Fireball next, and then I can Hero Power Fireball. That War Golem's a scary situation for me as well. And this could be an important moment. Okay, Flame Strike is big, but it's not good enough yet. And the reason it's not good enough yet is because both of these minions are exceptionally strong, but I'm kind of hoping that he's more or less shot his wad here, and like those are his good cards. So how do we deal with this? It's frustrating. Kind of a frustrating place to be in right now. We should get rid of the Divine Shield. That has to go. And then do we want to sacrifice 2 of our minions to kill the Sunwalker? No, but we might have to. It's like we could send out Lord of the Arena. We send out Lord of the Arena. And then... what to do? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to send out Water Elemental. And my reasoning for this... and I'm not going to attack. I'm going to hope that he attacks me with some stuff, wipes out the board, but takes his minions below 4 health each. Then I Flame Strike. And I have at least some way to come back from this. But I am feeling like I'm behind the 8 ball here. He's got some very good board control. And, you know, Gadget's an Auctioneer and Chillwind Yeti are some frustrating cards to lose in this situation. But we'll see. Ideally, I would top deck a 2-mana card and then be able to Flame Strike as well. Okay, so he's Faceless Manipulated another Sunwalker, but the Sunwalker doesn't have Divine Shield, thankfully. And we can Hero Power Flame Strike, and probably... It depends if he chooses to use War Golem to hit something. If he hits anything, I'll be fine. Yes, okay. So now we can Hero Power and Flame Strike, and Chillwind Yeti will still be on the board. That might be a pretty good course of events for us. So Hero Power, Flame Strike, and Chillwind Yeti lives. Pretty valuable, actually. And we'll end our turn. So that was our play. If we don't win now, shitty. But that's, you know, the cookie crumbles that way sometimes, I guess. And now we might look... we still want to get Venture Company Mercenary out, but I've got other cards I want to get out too. He's going to life tap, and he's going to have a huge card advantage. That's just something you're used to when you're playing against a Warlock. But every turn that Chillwind Yeti lives, I get value. So I'm content with that. Ancient Brewmaster doesn't do much for us without any battle cries. I can send out my own Venture Company Mercenary and like force him to trade. But if I'm going to send out Venture Company Mercenary, it's probably best to get something out there simultaneously as well. So, and the only one we could do there really is Ogre Magi. So I guess we Ogre Magi and then Venture Company Mercenary. And now everything becomes crazy expensive, of course, but that's fine. And then we'll attack him directly, and we'll say basically Venture Company Mercenary, what do you want to attack? My guess is he probably wants to get Ogre Magi off the board. But he's got 10 mana. He's got a lot. I would have loved to have taken Venture Company Mercenary out myself. But, you know, it is worth noting we are in a position where if I get a good top deck and he doesn't kill everything on the board, I could kill him on the next turn. But my guess is that he is going to do something to wipe out some creatures. Wonder what, though. Yeah, I agree. So many possibilities. This is a weird game so far. So first things first, he's going to play... Siphon Soul. It's like an Assassinate, but it gives you 3 health as well. He will then life tap, which is interesting, maybe good. And he'll sacrifice, or he'll just kill the Ogre Magi, which is fine. And this is good. I can freeze him, which will give me enough to kill him with hero powers on the next turn. And then I think what we do... 6-2-1. Yeah, we'll send out our taunt. 6-2-1. Yeah, we'll hit him once. And then we'll freeze him. And we'll do damage with Chillwind Yeti. I didn't want to hit him directly, obviously, because I'd be killed. This way I can kill him with my hero power next turn, which is better value. And then, the problem is I can't play, like, Ancient Brewmaster and then, like, Frostwolf Warlord might as well go out first. But I don't even know if I want to play Ancient Brewmaster, honestly, because I don't want to send anything back into my hand. Oh, okay, that's a really good play. I've done that one myself, where he used, the Spellbreaker to silence his own minion, so he was able to actually trade 1-for-1 with the Lord of the Arena, which is a good play, I think. And now it's like, I don't know what to do. Because if I play Ancient Brewmaster, I can't not use it, I think. Unless I can cancel the spell after I, like if I just right-click. But I don't think you can do that. Alright, Mirror Entity is probably pretty good here. I think Chillwind Yeti's 4. Attack him directly, put Chillwind Yeti back in my hand with Ancient Brewmaster. And then 4-4-3 I can't do. This is a 5-4. It's worth playing, I think. This is a weird one. I should probably play Mirror Entity because I need the board control. So I think we go like this. Attack directly. 4-3. Okay. We put Chillwind Yeti back in our hand. And then it's a question, right? Do we play... We could maybe play Frostwolf Warlord now. It'll be 5-5 for 5 mana. But I can't help but feel that Mirror Entity is going to be better value. But what can I do with Mirror Entity? I can just do 3-2. I can do, like, yeah, like Mirror Entity and then Hero Power. Is that worth anything? Maybe? We're going to try it anyway. He's probably going to figure out that it's Mirror Entity by now because I've already used one. And that might have been the decision that could lose me the game if this ends up going badly. He's got a ton of cards, and I should really probably just go for the Rushdown in all honesty. He's going to sacrifice Spellbreaker in order to kill... the Brewmaster, which is smart. Probably thinking maybe that's the Frost secret or something. Now he's probably going to try to summon a shitty minion. Yep, that's a good play for him. But I do get a River Crocolisk out on the field that he's not going to be able to do anything about. So that does give Frostwolf Warlord a +1/+1. Unless I choose not to play Frostwolf Warlord this turn. We shall see. I have finally taken direct hero damage. I still feel like I'm, it could go either way here. Obviously, drawing 2 fireballs would be awesome. At the end of your... Okay, Hogger is like the most annoying card in the deck. So that would be the first fireball there. Or another Flame Strike. I think I only have 1, though. Oh, shit, I have another Flame Strike. I'm very sorry about this. That was just the greatest top decking of all time, basically. So we'll hit him directly. And, it's still not done yet, but we did wipe out one of the most annoying legendaries in the game. We have an Onyxia in our deck. We have 2 Fireballs left. We have a Cone of Cold left. We have a lot of cards in here. We have 13 cards. So there's Onyxia, Cone of Cold, Sorcerer's Apprentice times 2. 2 Fireballs. I think I can name like half the cards in my deck, which is kind of surprising to me. All right, those are good cards. But he is losing his card advantage. That Flame Strike neutralized so much. It's Fireball. 4-2-4. So I should kill. No, I can just kill him directly. Okay, we'll just do that. Why fuck around with it, right? Okay, so that's another win for us. We're gonna go up to 4, and yeah, well played to you as well. Morph. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Hey, we're up to 4-0. That's very impressive. I'm very happy with myself. And of course we'll play another one here. It seems like every match here has gone like exactly the same way, which is like I spend 90% of the match being like, how am I going to lose this one? And then eventually I just am like, oh, wait a minute, I can actually win instantly here. So we maybe got a little bit lucky there with that top deck Flame Strike. That changed the way things went, but that's fine. We're playing against a mage for the first time on this deck, which is good. Mage versus mage. Always nice to have a mirror match. Then you can't complain about the classes. I go first. I'm gonna get rid of Chillwind Yeti and keep Kirin Tor Mage just to hopefully shore up my early game, even though I love Chillwind Yeti so much. And now we have a 1, 2, and 3 turn play, which is nice. Stone Tusk Boar on the first turn is pretty bad, but, it's basically like 1 mana, deal 1 damage, and that's fine. And if he ends up playing a 1 mana card that has 1 health, we can get a trade for it, and then, maybe we've made something happen in board control here. Obviously, it's a terrible card because he... Ooh, yeah, that's... Never mind, we can't trade for it. That's really shitty. River Crocolisk is probably the obvious choice here. And then we attack the Mana Worm, and the reason we attack the Mana Worm is so that we can kill the Mana Worm with River Crocolisk on the next turn. So that's as much value, really, as you can hope to get out of Stone Tusk Boar. Normally, it doesn't survive much past that. So we will absolutely get rid of Mana Worm on this turn. If he doesn't do it, we will do it for him. Kirin Tor Mage, we can't get anything out of unless we draw another secret with our top deck, which should be fine. Oh, he's gonna coin and then a 1-mana. Oh, coin counts as a spell. I see, and hit me directly. Yeah, it's not a stupid play. We have to kill Mana Worm. It exclusively gets better. And then for 3 mana, we certainly play Kirin Tor Mage. Mostly because it's a 3 mana 4/3, which is pretty good. Even if we don't get anything out of the battle cry, it's still relatively fine in my opinion. And we've got a lot of good cards in our hand right now. Fireball and Flame Strike chief among them. Ice Lance could potentially be cool as well. Now, the real... Oh, that's actually beautiful for us. That's perfect because there was nothing else I could really do on this turn. So... yeah, okay. First things first. Sorcerer's Apprentice comes out. And then we can Fireball... Oh, no. Ice Lance freezes it, but it doesn't get rid of Divine Shield, which is the dumbest shit ever. So, we're going to Fireball to get rid of Divine Shield. Then we're going to Ice Lance so it can't kill Kirin Tor Mage on the next turn. And then we'll be able to use our hero power to kill it next. Presumably, anyway. So I'm okay with that, but obviously, you know, going up against a mage, I understand what cards he could have as well. Now, Fireball, we will almost certainly use immediately to destroy Frost Elemental, or Water Elemental, just because it's the most annoying card in human history. And if Sorcerer's Apprentice lives till the next turn, that does mean that Flame Strike is going to be playable, but it's probably a card I want to save for a little bit longer. Lord of the Arena is... I think it's a good play next, unless he's able to wipe the board right now, which is exceptionally unlikely. Knife Juggler is a good card. Leper Gnome doesn't worry me as much. Oh, that's really good. That was some very nice play from him, I would say. And again, okay, so there's Flame Strike. Could work. Do I want to do it? Of course not. But what do I want to do? And that's a good question, right? I can't even do Flame Strike anymore because the Sorcerer's Apprentice died. So we have 2 choices: Lord of the Arena or Silverhand Knight. And we can't do a hero power either way. So if we Silverhand Knight, it does 2 damage to the hero. If we Silverhand Knight, we get a 4. We get 6/6 on the field basically, and we kill the Knife Juggler. And then he has a really hard time dealing damage to us next. So I kind of like that, and then a Lord of the Taunt next, although... Or Lord of the Arena, sorry. And then, I know killing Knife Juggler doesn't seem like the best trade, because I could kill him and still live, but if I attack him and still live, he summons a minion, Kirin Tor Mage dies for nothing. So I think it's better to get Knife Juggler off the field. So I'm going to do that either way. Let's do that. And then we will choose... I'm going to play Silverhand Knight. And next turn we'll have 7 mana. We could Flame Strike if we wanted to, but we probably don't want to. Probably be looking for a top deck there. Okay, now we might be looking for a Flame Strike. Probably a good idea. Oh, now we're not looking for a Flame Strike, no. Okay, Mirror Entity obviously could have been better. I'm so frustrated that I can't do like a hero power. Sunwalker's such a good card, and it's been showing up so often lately. If I taunt, he hits me but doesn't kill me, but he probably hero... Alright, I'm going to send out the taunt. As much as I want to get Mirror Entity out there, I can't really. I would be okay with trading Sunwalker for Lord of the Arena. He gets so much value out of attacking me first. Oh yeah, he can just attack hero power. But then next turn, well, he gets 2 for 1 there. That's pretty good. Plus he has this turn. Emperor Cobra is a great card, potentially. Acidic Swamp Ooze doesn't do anything for him, thankfully. I only have 8 mana next turn. That's good plays from him, for sure. Now, of course, what I want to do here is Flame Strike hero power, but it can't be done. I could hero power attack, but then he gets a free one with Emperor Cobra. Okay, this might not be right, but what I'm thinking is we Mirror Entity. This thing's gonna die. Silverhand Knight is gonna die. So I think we seriously just Mirror Entity on this turn, and then Fire Blast. And then we give him the opportunity to maybe leave Silverhand Knight alive. I could kill it for sure, but this thing's going to die on the next turn anyway, unless he buffs it, which is unlikely. So I could either ensure that both of these die, which is still pretty good, or I could hope that he instead chooses to do a fuck ton of damage to me directly, leave Silverhand Knight alive, I Flame Strike, I have board control, Venture Company, I can't pun Venture Company Mercy, yeah, but I've Flame Strike, have board control, and do some damage. So I'm gonna go for broke here. This is potentially a pretty major decision. Mirror Entity is another card that he might have forgotten about because I took forever on my turn. So he is going to hit me directly. He might choose to swap Emperor Cobra for... Nope, he's going to hit me directly with that. He will not choose to swap his taunts. He may still, like, fireball me or something like that. But so far, this has gone mostly according to plan. If I were him... well, here's the problem. That could be a counter spell, which would really put a damper on things. But unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. So we're gonna Flame Strike. Well played. I mean, that wasn't like a cocky well played. If that actually is a counterspell, I just want him to know that I know. But now it seems really cocky. So it wasn't counterspell. Now I look like a dick. It was unintentional. We'll see if this is like get 8 armor or like do 4 damage. Yep, sure. If he used Vaporize, that's acceptable. So that sucks. But if we're gonna lose a minion, I guess Silverhand Knight is probably the best one to lose. And now we're going to hope that he summons a great 9-mana minion, and he's forgotten that Mirror Entity exists. You know, Ancient Brewmaster is actually pretty good. I get decent value out of Ancient Brewmaster. He's going to kill it. Or polymorph it, yeah. Sure, that's fine. At least we have a 1 damage on the field. We got another Mirror Entity card, which is actually really nice. So instead of playing Venture Company Mercenary, I'm going to do Gadgets and Auctioneer. And I'm going to do that because... Do secrets count as spells? Yes. And then I'll draw a Chillwind Yeti as well, which is nice. And why don't we then hero power this bad boy right here and attack him directly with our sheep. So he could choose to trade for the Ancient Brewmaster for Gadgets and Auctioneer. Not necessarily a bad deal. They're both 5-mana cards, or 4-mana cards. Mine's a 5-mana card. He might want to get that spell off the field. That's a really frustrating card. I get a Divine Crusader of my own, though, which... I could kill next. I can kill his for sure with hero power and then just attacking it. Whether he chooses to do that is going to be interesting to see. I feel like I'm playing all right this time. It's been more mind games than usual, but I'm up by health. I don't know what his cards are. That's the problem. Mind you, I do have another Flame Strike in my deck. I do have one... Oh, he's got his own Flame Strike. Okay. Well, that's fine. It was well played for him, quite frankly. And then it's like, do you Chillwind Yeti and Venture Company Mercenary right away? Chillwind Yeti would force a trade. He might have a Pyroblast. That would be an extremely good play for him. I want to, like, hero power trade, otherwise he can probably kill me. But I think actually the better way to do this is hero power, him, attack... And then we play Sorcerer's Apprentice, Chillwind Yeti, and then I guess we kind of like a hope for a taunt to come out next. Or a Fireball, or I don't know. This is interesting. I'm on the edge of my seat. We're both burning the candle at both ends here, so that is now a 4-mana creature. And that's going to do some serious damage. If he has a Fireball, this turn has to be it. Venture Company Mercenary, there's no way to give him charge. Water Elemental's not good enough. 4, 6. Okay. Obviously, the only way I get out of this is if I kill Stormwind Champion, and even then, it's unlikely. What to do? But let's try it, right? We have to do this. He could probably still beat me, but then we play Water Elemental and Venture Company Mercenary and end our turn. I expect that this is going to be GG and we lose. But we'll see. Fireball would still work. And there were probably some misplays that I had here. Give a minion +2 attack, so now it has 5 attack. And he can he deal 2 damage? He can easily deal 1, of course. Oh my god, if I draw like a Fireball. Holy shit, I win. I'm very sorry about this, my friend. I do not deserve this win, but I'll take it. He deserves the well played there. He outplayed me. Luckiest top decking I've ever had. Has pulled me up to 5-0, which is kind of surprising. But I'll take it. And why don't we do another one here to atone for the fact that the previous video was quite short. So we'll do a third match. And I'm an extremely happy man. I did not expect to have won that. Yet here we are. I'm going to take a sip of my water. Obviously, you know, starting 5-0 is pretty much ideal. That was by far the hardest match we've had so far. And again, top decking saves us. And I'm really glad that I put those fireballs and flame strikes into this deck because it made things possible for me to win. So we're going up against a paladin, I believe, for the first time in quite a while. We're going to go second, which is very nice. So we do have a turn 2 play. I like Mirror Entity. It's done some good work for us. And I'm going to get rid of Gadgets and Auctioneer because Chillwind Yeti is such a good 4-mana card, in my opinion. And we get Ancient Brewmaster, which is another good 4-mana card, in my opinion. And we'll probably want to play that before we play Chillwind Yeti, just so we don't have to send something back into our hand.
Hello.
So, kind of like coin Wild Pyromancer, just so we can actually like do something on this turn. I don't even want the spell, but I like that it's a 3/2 for 2 mana. So would I coin Bloodfen Raptor? Would I coin Fairy Dragon on turn 2? Absolutely. So I don't mind doing it for Wild Pyromancer. I'm hoping to trade it for his 2-mana card, unless he just uses a spell. Oh, dude, he silenced me? That's awesome. I love not having that spell available anymore. So we'll just do that. I suppose I could have just, like, I guess hero powered him directly if I had the spell, but I don't think it counts as a spell. So anyway, long story short, that's more value than I expected to get out of my 2-mana drop. Especially given that my 2-mana drop is Wild Pyromancer instead of something like Sorcerer's Apprentice.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
If I were him, I would have saved that, Ooh, I like Kirin Mage here, actually. It's a 4/3. I think it's better than Mirror Entity, because the longer we wait on Mirror Entity, the better it's probably going to be. But yeah, if I were him, I would have used that silence later in the game, but he must not have had any other 2-mana drops. So, you know, that's fine. We'll kill Shadowed Sun Cleric. We traded our 2-mana card and the coin, technically. Oh, we might as well play Mirror Entity now, too. I totally forgot about the Battle Cry from Kirin Mage. We might as well, or we got coin plus Wild Pyromancer, killed his 2-mana and his 3-mana drop. So he's just going to use all of his mana to kill my creature. I will maintain board control, which I always love. And we're going to go Ancient Brewmaster first. I think Chillwind Yeti is better, but I don't want to send out Chillwind Yeti and then send out Ancient Brewmaster, and Ancient Brewmaster has to send something back into my hand. Again, there might be a way to cancel that spell instead of doing it, but I think it has to go if it's possible to go. Next turn. Next turn's interesting. We'll see. Hopefully he plays the 5-mana minion of... Oh, that's so good for me! Okay. And Fen Creeper will not have Summoning Sickness here, which is like the best part of this whole ordeal. And in order to maintain board control, I mean, obviously there's other things I could do, but I really do think that Fireball and then 8 damage to him is the best. So it saves us from wasting a turn. We could have done 5 attack and then 1 hit, and then Fen Creeper still could have hit, and we would have saved a Fireball, but this is good. We'll start the rush down process a little early. Next, we will have 6 mana. And that's probably going to represent... Sure, that's fine. That's probably going to represent a Chillwind Yeti hero power. But sending out a Venture Company Mercenary is also really good, because he's going to have a really hard time dealing with this right off the bat. Obviously, it's going to make it harder to summon minions in the future. But it does 7 damage. And I like that a lot, so... Why don't we do that? And he sent out a Frost Elemental, which has a Battle Cry, but is otherwise a 5/5, which is not great. He's got to find some way to deal with this Fen Creeper, his own Fen Creeper right now. Otherwise, on the next turn, I can deal 12 damage directly from Venture Company Mercenary and Ancient Brewmaster, even if Fen Creeper does die. Okay, he's given his minions +1/+1 and taunt. That's really good. But both of them will die on the next turn anyway, presumably. Ice Lance. Freeze a character if it was already frozen, deal 4 damage instead. Let's think about this. Okay. I think... He made good plays there. I think we sacrifice Ancient Brewmaster for Frost Elemental. Then, I think we hit Silverhand Recruit. and kill it with Venture Company Mercenary. So let's just do that, simplify the board a little bit. And that's given him a little breathing room, and it's hurt Venture Company Mercenary, which honestly is like a double-edged sword, right? It's kind of good for me as well. And then I kind of like the idea of just summoning Chillwind Yeti and forcing him to probably lose Defender of Argus. But we could also freeze Defender of Argus and play Mirror Entity and Hero Power, which is also pretty good. So I kind of prefer that. So let's do that. We'll play Mirror Entity. Presumably that's going to be good enough for one creature, and then we'll just hit him directly in the face. And that's only a Battle Cry, right? Yeah. So Defender of Argus Battle Cry has already been neutralized. Now it's just a 3/3, and I'm okay with that. Next turn we can play whatever we want. Probably Frostwolf Warlord, I guess. Unless we draw, if we top deck like a Flame Strike or something, that would be awesome as well. I'm feeling good, but I am also investing basically everything I have in these plays right here. So if this goes wrong, I'm not going to have too many contingencies. But if it goes right, you know, this could be the game. He's already at 15 health, which is not that much. That doesn't work with Mirror Entity. Yeah, so we get another Fang Creeper. That sucks for him because obviously he thought that summoning Silverhand Recruit would proc Mirror Entity when it actually doesn't. Oh well. So we can freeze all minions. Seems pretty good to me. And yeah, I like this. So I think if we freeze all minions, it'll kill Silverhand Recruit. What's the point of freezing all minions, though, if I'm just going to kill everyone anyway, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So first things first. This, obviously, Venture Company Mercenary is in a bad spot now, but I've gotten a lot out of it nonetheless. And then it's like, I want to summon something, but I also just want to Hero Power and destroy this guy. But if I Hero Power, I can't do anything else. What I could do is Hero Power Venture Company Mercenary, and then feel real silly, probably. Should I let him sacrifice Silverhand Recruit to get this guy just to get like one more dude out? Of course not. We'll force him to do something then. And I'll sit on 6 mana. I thought about like hero powering our own minion, and then I could summon more. But anyway, spell damage +1 and draw a card. If I can, oh, that's really good. Consecration helps him out a lot here. What I was hoping was that I would be able to get one more minion of trade-off out of Venture Company Mercenary, and obviously that didn't end up working out, but that's fine. So, probably Chillwind Yeti. Spell damage +1. That doesn't worry me that much. Consecration helped him out a ton there. So I was thinking maybe we Cone of Cold here, but I think I actually would just Chillwind Yeti, and then he can't trade 1-for-1 here, which sucks for him. And then we summon a Gadgetzan Auctioneer as well, and this is just to get some board control. Next turn, we Cone of Cold if there's minions left, and we'll get a card draw out of it, which means Gadgetzan Auctioneer has provided us with more value than one might expect. You know, my Gambit kind of failed. Twilight Drake is a really good card in this situation, but the fact that I can freeze it is nice as well. He might trade 1-for-1. Not necessarily a bad move. Makes my Frostwolf Warlord worse. He has 6 mana left and 5 cards. What to do, what to do. Well, I'm glad I didn't summon a bunch of minions before he consecrated anyway. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. This is a Flame Strike me, man. Please, God, give me a Flame Strike. Like a Flame Strike Cone of Cold. It would be so good here. Alright, Gurubashi Berserker. That's the first time I've drawn this card in this deck, I think. Which is pretty crazy. You know, I really can't resist 3 mana to freeze 3 minions. And this gives us another potential turn to make Flame Strike worthwhile. So we have Gurubashi Berserker, Frostwolf Warlord, Kirin Tor Mage. Kirin Tor Mage is not worth it right now. I think instead, we Gurubashi Berserker. And we do that. On the next turn, we do that knowing we can Hero Power him and get 5 damage out of him. Now, we can totally... Even though this guy's... Oh, he's frozen, so it might be nice to Hero Power him and then trade Chillwind Yeti for him on the next turn while getting the damage out of Chillwind Yeti on this turn. So hopefully he doesn't have any more Ironbeak Owls in there. We are definitely in the territory now where Fireball is an exceptionally useful card that could allow me to hurt him pretty bad. True Silver Champion's really good. What's he going to use that to kill, though? He must have a mana... a burst damage card or a removal card as well. And he does deal 3 damage, draw a card. It's a lot of mana to take out a Chillwind Yeti. Oh, and Violet Apprentice. I totally forgot that that would work as well. 2 mana left. He's going to summon another Silverhand Recruit. Fireball, man. Fireball's a win here. Ice Lance. Okay. Hero power us. We do 5 damage. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain +3 attack. This is the smart play here. So we do this. It gives us 5 attack. We hit you directly. And now basically I'm hedging my bets and saying like, or not hedging my bets. I'm betting this all on a fireball showing up. And we have enough mana to deal 8. So Kirin Tor Mage is kind of like, I want to put it out there because it does 4 damage obviously, and that's big. But we might as well send out Frostwolf Warlord and have a 5/5 out on the field instead of a 4/3. And then we'll be able to Ice Lance, and we will Ice Lance the Twilight Drake because it has 1 more attack. And we can't do anything else in this turn, so we'll end it. And again, what do I have left in my deck? 15 cards. Flame Strike is huge. Fireball wins the game unless he gets, well, he will get some lifesteal, but if, oh, he might concede here. Wow, okay. Not expected, but we are 6-0 here on this mage deck, and I'm pretty pleased with myself, as one might expect. And, wow. All right, so our kind of run of really great arena play continues. As always, if you enjoyed the video, I encourage you to click the like button. It does help me out a great deal. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more daily Hearthstone. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments letting me know how I can play better or what I did that you did not like or did like. And of course, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you tomorrow with some more Hearthstone.